What is imagination, how to live a more imaginative life, and why you might want to do that. It's another wild imagination video coming up just after this. In this video we are going to, I got distracted by the squirrel there. In this video we're going to explore entry points to waking dreams. The previous video in the series explored how to enter a waking dream. This one's about where to enter a waking dream. The portal that we choose is important. All entry points need to be a safe or benign place without dramatic tension. Because if it is a place of excitement or anxiety or drama, feelings will get spiked, and this will draw our awareness, our attention away from the surrounding sights and sounds of the imaginal scene. And remember from the previous video, that's a really important part of establishing the hypnagogic state. So we don't want a place of high feeling, we want a safe place. And that applies to all entry points. So I'm going to run through 3 different entry points. The first of which is what I call a generic entry point. These are the ones that you get in books. They're kind of standard, off the shelf, ready to go entry points, like a meadow or a mouth of a cave or a path up a mountain. And that's really useful because you don't need to waste time thinking about what to imagine, where to begin your waking dream. There's a couple of downsides though. First of which is that the meadow or the mouth of a cave might not be a safe place for you, in which case you're probably going to feel really uncomfortable and not want to attend to the surrounding sights and sounds, and that's going to screw up your waking dream. The second downside of these generic entry points, particularly when they carry on with a prescribed narrative of obstacles to overcome and a destination to reach, is that we get into this topsy-turvy situation where we put a lots of energy into imagining the prescribed imagery, and we miss out on the spontaneous developments that might not fit into that blueprint. But that kind of gets it the wrong way around, because the entry point scene's only ever a stage upon which the real drama, the beating heart of any waking dream, then unfolds. So if we put too much energy into the prescribed imagery, we get this kind of forced or made up feeling that we really don't want. Okay, the second kind of entry point is what I call a bespoke entry point. And these are basically memories, either places that we've been or from imagination, previous waking dreams, or scenes in novels or movies that we'd like to explore. The advantage of those is the specificity of detail. We know what that room is like, we know what the view out the window is like, we know who lives there, we know the sights and sounds, and that is a kickstart to entry into any waking dream, because it gives us a fine-grained attention to the environment in a way that a generic meadow or mouth of a cave doesn't. There's lots of gaps that we need to fill in with our awareness in those generic entry points. The second good thing about a bespoke one is it's a bit closer to home. It's presumably more relevant to our psychological lives than any kind of standardized entry point, because we've chosen it for a reason. It's somehow meaningful to us. Which is also the case for the third kind of entry point, spontaneous entry points. And this is where we simply tune into the imagery that's always unfolding in the background of awareness, and we choose an entry point from there. And in this way we kind of enter straight into a spontaneous process of imagining. There's no stage. We begin with the drama, as long as it's a safe entry point. The only downside is it can be quite subtle, and you need some skills to learn to notice and tune into that. But also you can get distracted or waste time looking for a really exciting archetypal spontaneous entry point. But basically, if you've got the bread section in the supermarket passing through your awareness. Pick that, focus on it, and in the same way that all roads once led to Rome, so too will any one scene that you pick from that unfolding process in the background of your awareness take you into a waking dream. Thanks for watching to the end. If you're new, do subscribe. And if you'd like to learn more about wild imagination, do check out my book, Waking Dreams, Imagination in Psychotherapy and Everyday Life. And I will see you again in the next video. Okay, bye-bye.